Welcome to sixth lecture in this section of simple machines. So in this video we're going to look into the different classifications of levers. So usually levers are classified into the class 1 lever. In a class 1 lever you have the fulcrum in the center. So the fulcrum is in the center of, and on either sides you have effort and load. And in class 2 lever you have load in the center, and in class 3 lever you have effort in the center. It's usually better to remember these class 1, 2 and 3 levers in terms of example, which we will further look into in this video. Here are some of the examples of class 1 lever. You have nose player, where this is your fulcrum and here's a load you apply. So let's say here's nut or something where you have to apply the load, and your effort is you apply your effort with your hand on both these sides, and you can see that your distance of the effort arm is way larger than the load arm, which means that you're going to get a very good mechanical advantage with this. And then you have a scissor, and scissor also has a fulcrum in the middle, but then in scissor your effort arm is much lesser than the load arm, right? So so scissors are usually, though they are class 1 levers, their mechanical advantage is less than 1, or velocity ratio is also less than 1. So what you get is a speed multiplier on the load section. So which is on, when you're cutting the paper, you for getting more precision, your blade arm moves a larger distance for smaller movement, smaller distance that you move for the effort arm. So your speed ratio on the output is much higher. So you're having a velocity speed multiplier. And in case of a hammer, where you're trying to remove a nail, wherein this is your load, and then your fulcrum is at this point, and your effort is you're applying an effort in this direction. So effort would be, net effort would be somewhere over here. So this is also an example of class 1 lever and a classic seesaw. You must be able to remember these examples and also be able to draw them. So if you can take a pause and try to draw these examples in your notebook by yourself. A good example of class 1 lever in human body is your head. And in your head, your spinal cord, that's where your fulcrum is, and your muscles in the back of your neck, those gives the effort, and the load is the weight of your head. The load is the weight of your head. So you must be able to draw this example as well. It's a very common question to quote an example in the human body for a class 1 lever. In a class 1 lever, your fulcrum is in the middle of the load and effort, but your fulcrum can be positioned either at the center, in which case your mechanical advantage is 1 because your load arm and effort arm are same, or you could move your fulcrum near to the load, in which case your load arm is less than your effort arm, which is, this is your load arm and this is your effort arm. So since your LE is less than load arm, and your mechanical advantage, ideal case, is LE by LL, so usually your mechanical advantage is greater than 1. So this is a force multiplier, and a good example is to use a crowbar with a stone, and that's a good example here. And in case of if your fulcrum is closer to your effort, then you have this a case of a scissor, wherein your load effort arm is much lesser than your load arm, and hence your mechanical advantage is less than 1, and what you get here is a speed multiplier.